Tony asked him how sure he was about what his wife told him. John insisted his brother was guilty of the accusation. After the conversation, Tony went his way. One day, Tony was sitting at the reception when John's wife walked in. She thought Tony was one of the workers. She didn't even greet him. She walked straight to John's office. Tony made to stop her, at least, to know who she was and who she was looking for. But Juliet started insulting him. She called him all sorts of names. Tony didn't say a word to her. When John heard the noise, he came out of his office to see what was happening. To his greatest surprise, it was Juliet, his wife. When he told Juliet the man she was arrogantly talking to as his boss, Juliet was shocked. She started pleading for forgiveness, but Tony left them angrily. When John returned home that day, he angrily confronted Juliet. Juliet arrogantly started talking back at him. He became more angry and they went into a fight. The next day, John got to his office only for him to see a sacked letter on his office table. He wasn't expecting this at all. Now John lost his job. Juliet suggested they go apologize to his boss together. When they got to Tony's house, Tony didn't let them in. They went back home. Things started getting hard for John and his wife. They could barely afford to eat, or even pay their bills. John started selling some of his properties in order to raise money to pay for their bills. Things continued to get worse day after day. Juliet started treating her husband badly. No day passes without her making trouble with him. John traveled to the village to apologize to his brother and to also tell him all he has been passing through in the hands of his wife since he lost his job. His brother advised he should come back home and look for something to do, then staying in the city doing nothing. When John returned back to the city, he called his wife and told her of his plan to move back to the village. Since he has nothing doing here in the city, Juliet swore she would never go with him. And over her dead body will she ever follow him to that village. Few days later, Juliet packed all her things and left John's house. John had to move all his things back to the village and joined his brother in his farming business.